up with the points leader here in the A mods here at Salina Speedway, Corey LeGrune. Corey, you've been racing here for a while. Track come back to life 2 years ago. I guess you really like it here.
Yeah, it's got its ups and downs, but for the most part, we had a pretty good time here. The track's been good, and it's close to home.
You live in Salina?
Yeah. Just my car stays 6-7 miles down the road to my dad's house, so it's not far at all. So
another one of those family operations, man. You see it in racing all over anymore.
Yep. Dad helps me out, and then my wife and my kids, and they come to all the races and go with us when we travel, and it's pretty good. We're pretty much all family right now.
And this is only like my second visit to Salina. Now, you race here a lot. Tell me what we're going to expect out of this track. I know we talked a minute ago early on, Slimy, but what are we going to have later on?
It's going to be fast. It's going to get fast tonight. The later part of the heat races will probably get pretty good. First part of the heat races, I don't know how much passing we're going to see, but feature time comes around, I think it's going to be pretty hammered down. I think we're going to see some good racing.
Answer me this now. Everybody wants to know what the leader's running, man. Tell me what this chassis is and who's making the power.
It's 2012 Bills built out of Wichita, Kansas. Advanced engine here in Salina. They do all our machine work on our motors and stuff, and then my dad, he assembles everything and does all that, so we're trying to stay local with everybody.
I'm going to put myself on the spot. That advanced engine, is that Mark Brown?
Yep, that's Mark. Yeah, that's Mark. We've been going there since I started racing. He's been doing our motors, so he does a good job and keeps us in the power.
I was going to say, I've seen him on the GRS shows before. I think he did some stuff with Doug Thompson, and man, the guy sounds like he knows what he's doing, and evidently he must, because man, you're putting it down out here.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. He's been doing it a long time, and he's pretty picky on stuff, which sometimes we don't like that, but in the long run we really do like it. So
as long as they go fast, that's all you care about.
As long as they go fast and last. So
okay, once again, leading the points here at Salina Speedway, Corey LeGrune.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Austin Carter, you're leading the stock car class here at Salina Speedway. Man, that is one tough class.
It is, especially now that we got the guys from out west coming and playing with us every weekend. It makes it real tough.
Now, how far are they coming from? Or where are you talking about?
They're coming from Colby, about 3 hours.
Holy smokes. All the way from Colby back here to race?
Yep. Sure is. Nick Tubbs is one of them, and this weekend Jason Rogers came too.
Yeah. Now you're going to return the favor and go out there and show them how it's done out there?
Yeah, I did last weekend, so we'll see about another weekend. It was a long Sunday night on the way back.
You don't have to tell me about them ride homes after the races. I do that myself. I know what you think, what you're talking about. Sometimes you're just saying, I just want to get there. But answer me this, who's making the power for this hot rod?
B&J Auto out of Simpson, Kansas.
Where's Simpson? I'm from Kansas City. I bet you got to fill me in.
Yeah, it's up by Beloit, Kansas, which is where I grew up, and I live in Salina now. But I've known him my whole life, and he wanted to build me engines, so I decided I'd give it a try, and it's working out pretty good.
Has he got a machine shop up there, or what's he do?
Yeah, he just assembles, and he sends off the work to get machined at Danny Toplift in Manhattan.
Answer me this, what's this track going to look like later on? I mean, the wind's kind of picking up a little bit, but talk to somebody else, said you guys had some sprinkles kind of off and on, but man, you can look at the ground here dry as a bone. What are we going to have later? I'm
hoping for a dry slick track, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be tacky all night.
Well, hope so, but congratulations on leading the points, and man, all I can say is let's go racing tonight. What do you think?
Yes, sir, I agree. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Caught up with the leader in the points here at Salina Speedway, Tyler Fry, in the sports mod, northern mods, whatever we want to call them. But Tyler, off to a good start this year.
Yeah, we've had a really good year here so far. I think we've won 2 out of the 3 shows and didn't finish the other shows, so it kind of hurt us in the points a little bit. But so far we've had a good year here. Borrowed a motor for tonight, so hopefully it runs good enough to do it again.
Well, I was just going to ask you here a little later on who's making the power in here, but I don't know whether you give your original guy or the one you got in there tonight.
Oh, well, we really don't have a guy. A lot of it's done by ourselves. A lot of it's done outsourced. So, I mean, really, there's a lot of people that help us on motors, and we usually have a pretty good one in the cars. So.
I was there at the back of the car a while ago running a Belleville Motorsports chassis by the Trevinator. Now, who is that?
Oh, my son's name's Trevin. We've always kind of made a tradition of putting his name on the back of the car, and we usually don't try to mess with the stuff we do every year, so it's on there again this year. It's actually a DMR car. David Murray designed the car. BMS just builds them, so it's a good car and been really happy with it all year.
Well, maybe you can go out there with this borrowed motor tonight and pull this thing out. You got any idea where you're starting or anything yet?
Oh, in the heat, I think we're 3rd row outside. Got to get top 4 to make the invert, so shooting for a top 4 in the heat race.
Well, Tyler Fry leading the points here for the Northern Sport Mods at Salina Speedway. Let's have some fun, Tyler.
Thanks.
Thank you, sir. The leader in the points here for the Mod Lights, Chris Unrow. Chris, boy, these are fast little things out there.
Oh, yeah, they are. They're a lot of fun to drive. They're a handful also.
How long you been wheeling one of these?
It's my 2nd year.
2nd year, and you're leading the points, man. You must have figured this out pretty good.
Well, I don't know about that, but I've had some good luck so far. So.
No quad racing or anything like that before you did this? Motorcycles?
When I was a kid, I raced go-karts with motorcycle motors on. I was 12 years old, and that's what got me into racing as a kid. Yeah. Done it for about 2 years and kind of stepped away with the family business and such, and decided again a couple years ago and just been enjoying it ever since.
I was going to say, once the bug bites, you got the itch.
You can't get it out. Can't get it out.
Yeah. Answer me this, and I'm not real too familiar with the Mod Lights chassis, and who makes the power?
This one's a Suzuki.
How big?
1,000 cc.
Is that the limit for the class?
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
And what about the chassis now? Is that a homemade? Or?
No, this is an Eliminator chassis.
And where are they out of?
I'm not real sure, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Me neither, so we're both in the same boat.
Yep.
All I can say is I can hardly wait for you guys to get out there. Sometimes I think I watch you guys run, you're just almost as fast as the A-Mods, it seems like. I don't know what the speeds are comparatively wise, but pretty fast little hot rods.
Yes, we're actually in the low 80s getting in the corners, and the Sport Mods are in the high 80s, so we're real close to them.
Yeah. Once again, leading the points here at Salina Speedway for the Mod Lights, Chris Unrow.
Uh-huh.
I was close.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Yep.
Brandon Thiessen, the leader here in the mini stock class. Brandon, I'm not sure what I'm standing beside here. Is it a 4-cylinder? You tell me.
Yeah, it's a Mazda B2000 with a 2300 Ford in it, 4-cylinder. We got Chevy rear end in it, and it's a little bit of everything.
I guess in that class, then you can run whatever body you want to, because it looks more like a truck than it does a car.
Yeah, we run up in the J-Esker series, more upwards, Concordia and Fairbury up there, and Tommy and them worked it out so we could run down here this year. Kind of let everything come in here and go racing.
Well, that's a good deal for him to, open that up for you guys to get another chance to run, I guess, during the weekend. But who makes these chassis, and who makes the motor for you?
Greg Gerard built the motor, and all the rest of it I do. So I do it in my little garage at home, and not a lot of money. We just, whatever we can get in it, we go.
Where's Greg located?
He's in Concordia. That's where I'm out of, so that's my wife's brother.
Not too far from Belleville, boy. There's some speed happens up there. I guess maybe it's coming and falling down that way to the south there in Concordia on you.
We're trying. We'll see. We're at a pretty big weight disadvantage out here. We weigh about 400 or 500 pounds more than most of the cars running. So
on a dry slick track, though, that might help.
It might help. This class turns out this year is stay out of trouble the first few laps and then go racing. That's how we've been able to do what we've been able to do.
Once again, the leader for the mini stocks, Brandon Thiessen. Brandon, thanks a lot, buddy.
You bet.
All right, fantastic. So we're going to have some lucky winners going to walk away with pretty good sizable cash tonight here. All right, green flag racing is on again. Off the start, Stacy Fuller takes back over the lead here. She got a really good jump off the start down the front chute here. We're going to see if she's going to be able to hang on to that. Right behind her, of course, is Chris Walker. But moving into that runner-up spot now is the 50C car. And that is Eric Unruh. But we'll see how it all unfolds for the rest of this one. 15 laps are scheduled here. Here's Wade Hiller back there, and Chris Walker's dropped back as well. Brendan Thiessen in the 21 truck. He's your points leader as well, trying to move up to the top 5, but he's going to get challenged alongside there within turn 3. We'll bring it back down here. Stacy Fuller off of that restart. The the third time. Has been able to get a nice edge here on this one, trying to hang on to it. As a matter of fact, if she is able to pick up possibly her first feature win here on the year. Stacy with one top 5 on the season. Right now, she's getting a battle as well. Going down on the bottom side, I believe that is the 15 car. We'll check it out to make sure here. Well, no, it's the 31 Double D. Dallas Dunn was up there, and he actually was number 6 in the grid. And right now, giving a challenge, but couldn't get around her down there on the bottom side of number 2. But Stacy got a little bit of a slingshot effect out of that down the backside, and she's going to increase her lead just a little bit more. So she brings it out of turn number 4 down the front side as Stacy Fuller continues to hang on. Back here, Wade Heller trying to make his move as well. As you look back to the pack here, Brendan Thiessen has dropped back a little more in the pack now, as he's back there at number 7. And then beyond and behind that, the 7R Russell Roberg is back there in the number 8 spot. The rest of the field is way back here. But Stacy Fuller has really put things together here and trying to hold off that big challenge that she is getting from Dallas Dunn. And the caution is brought out on the Speedway, and that was going to involve the Thiessen car, as well as the number 7 in Roberg, and brings out the caution. The charge here from the 31 Double D of Dallas Dunn anyway. But now coming off of this with 5 laps down, 10 to go. Let's see what she does here, coming off of turn number 4, waiting for the green flag to drop from Thad Clovis, and here it goes, and let's see how well she's able to hang on to this. She got a good jump and a good start here. Comes Wade Heller as well, trying to go down on the bottom side and makes a move around the 50C car, and trying to get at that third place spot, but couldn't hang on to it, and going right back up there, Eric Unruh out of Galva. But Stacy Fuller, off of that restart, looks like she's able to hang on. We've got everything going in the flow. We've got a car over there on the backside. It looks like they're not going to Vegas. Hopefully they're going to go ahead and go off the track over there and head back to the pits. And it looks like that's what's going to take place. So we will lose a car over there on the backside. Couldn't catch that number as they go off the track. But nevertheless, Stacy Fuller still hanging on here. Here comes Dallas Dunn, the 31 Double D alongside of Fuller. 7 laps are down. Side-by-side racing. Dunn and Fuller. Who's it going to be? Coming down the front chute here. And Stacy Fuller again still has the better end of the stick here, as she tries to hang on and tries to increase her lead. Looks like she's got a better move out of turn number 2 this time, and does as she works down the back chute here. 7 laps complete. 8 remain here for our opening feature of the night. Let's see if we can't put this one in the record books here. Lap number 8, and now another car moving up there. John McNabb in the 14M car has moved his way into the runner-up spot. Wade Heller, well, the caution another time here for a couple of cars that are together down here just outside of turn number 4. That's going to be the Robark car again here. We cannot see the number of the other one that sets down there. 21. That one, the 21 car. There's 7 laps down here, and we change this to a 12-lap race. We'll see what happens here off of the restart. As Stacy Fuller is still trying to hang on. Wade Heller has gotten up there now to make a challenge. Also John McNabb in the 14. Unruh in the 50C. That's Eric Unruh. But Fuller able to extend a little bit here. The 31 Double D has really kind of been taken out of the mix here. As a matter of fact, not involved in the race anymore with Stacy Fuller on lap number 8. So all she's got to do is hang on for 4 more here to pick up her first feature win on 2012 here at Salina Speedway. Looks like she's got a little more power here and moving away from your runner-up position, which is right now neck and neck with Heller and McNabb. 9 are in the books. And Stacy Fuller looking for that first feature win here in 2012. McNabb gets a nice little run over there on turn number 2, got high and then lost a position. Harry Gunry trying to catch up to him too as well. Now as we watch Stacy Fuller come down here with just a couple of laps to go. Down the backside, Fuller. This time around, she's going to be taking the white flag, so if she can keep that same kind of line and run the strong line up there at the top, where she's got the traction, got the power, looks like she could pick up her first feature win. Stacy Fuller in the 1 car. Going to try to hold off the charge by the 187 of Wade Heller out of Manhattan. Stacy Fuller from Salina down the backside, got just a little bit high there, bobbled just momentarily, but she's got 2 more turns to make here. This could be her first feature win. Heller's going to try to make a charge at her. She stays high, comes up here, and around out of turn number 4, Stacy Fuller is going to get the win. Wade Heller is second, followed up by the 50C of Eric Unruh. Then John McNabb in the 14 car is going to be your 4th place finisher, followed up by the Elliott May 15A. There's your top 5. All right, green flag racing is on for your Auto House Mod Lights, and Dustin Forsberg in the 3 car has jetted right out to the front. Boy, Dustin Forsberg from Bel Air, Kansas, down there around Wichita. He was a successful driver in the hobby stock division here years ago and has moved there to the Mod Light division. And right now, out in front off of lap number 1, 15 laps here in this second feature of the night. The other guy that's right up there with him, of course, is Brandon Gray, the 48B. And he's going to give a challenge, but we've already got a caution flag out as well over here on turn number 4. We've got a car up there at the top of the speedway and brings out our first caution for the Mod Lights. Restart coming your way here for the Mod Lights. 1 lap still is the lone lap down. See what they've got if they can keep this thing going. Dustin Forsberg has seemingly had the car all night long. They make a rock and roll here. Your top 3 cars coming away there from the rest of the group. Work your way down that backstretch. Earl Kinner connected the T1T car. Corbin Pickrell, the 83, right out your top 5. But up front here, and this one should be lap number 3 that would be down. Dustin Forsberg seems to have the power here tonight just to move away from the field. He's getting that accomplished right now. This should be lap number 4 that will be erased. Bud Lee trying to dive down there on the low side of the track and almost had Brandon Gray pass, but couldn't keep it in place. Corbin Pickrell has moved up into the number 4 position. Pickrell, who was actually in the number 8 position in the grid, now moved up there. Trying to take over the number 3 position. He's side by side with Bud Lee. Good battle going on there between those two. Pickrell able to make it around on the high side. And Dustin Forsberg is about to make a mark of Brandon Gray, still your runner-up guy, but Corbin Pickrell is going to try to make a charge at him as well. Bud Lee tries to go back down on the bottom side of the speedway to get around him, but can't make a stick. Earl Kinner Connect will be your guy that rounds out the top 5 there. Chris Unruh, that 88C, back there, the number 6 spot. Some cars move past the 43 there, as you see. Also making the way, there's Nick Watson, the 01Z. There's the 28 of Michael Winker. The laps beginning to diminish now here for your Auto House Mod Lights, but Dustin Forsberg has just been outstanding here, but brings out the caution another time for the 22 car down there at the bottom of number 2, and that's going to be the second time in the same spot for Rory Klein. Gone to the green-white checker too coming up for them. Dustin Forsberg from Bel Air leading this group around, see if he can hang on for the win here. And you know, if Dustin was able to pull this off, this would be his first victory here on the season. He does have one top 5 and a couple of top 10s to date on the season here. Looks like we could get the restart here. The green, white, and checkered for this division. We'll have the sport mods, the stock cars, and the modifieds all yet to come. All right, and we'll see if Dustin Forsberg has enough here to hold off. Well, Brandon Gray going to the high side, but Forsberg down on the bottom side, or bobbles momentarily, coming out of 4. White flag is out. Let's see if we can do it for one final time around. Forsberg, Gray, Pickrell, Bud Lee, and Earl Kinnerconnect round out your top 5. Forsberg goes down to the bottom side of the speedways. He comes out of turn number 4. It is. It's going to be Dustin Forsberg there as your winner. And I believe the way that it looked at Bud Lee was going to finish up in the 4th, and Kinnerconnect in the 5th place spot. Pickrell back there in 3rd. And that's the way that that one rounded out there. But how about it for the very first feature win for him on the year? Flowing and going, and Jacob Schmutz starts out there to the front off of turn number 2 and down the backside. This for Extreme Motorsports IMCA's Northern Sport Mods, and here is lap number 1. We changed this down to a 15-lap feature here. The lap number 1 is done by the wayside. We'll see if we look forward and going. Jacob Schmutz along with Curtis Field up there in the 3K car. Also the 12 of Brian Fink right in that mix of the top 4. Seth Schroeder as well. Lap number 2 is going here in the 8J of Josh Rice out of Minneapolis. Now those cars are going to shake it out and move up here. If you take a look back in the field, Dane Smith moving his way up here in the 92 car as well. Well, the 1 car went off the backside of the speedway over there. That might have been the Mike Wadle car as he kind of dropped off to the edge there. We're going to see if he can get back up. Another car stopped over there on the backside. That is the Burke car. That was not the Mike Wadle car. Mike is back in there, so the caution comes out another time here in this one. We'll try to find out who that car is that went off the backside over there. Return to racing coming your way, and bringing it down will be Jacob Schmutz there into the J1 car, and we're back to Green Flag Racing. 2 laps are down here, so we're working on number 3. Here comes Curtis Field up there alongside of the Smudge car, and looks like the Field might have an opportunity to take over that top spot as he comes out of turn number 4 here on lap number 3. Curtis Field has taken over. We've got a bunch of cars together there in turn number 4, and the 1 car that I can see from this angle is the 80 car of Mike Wadle. 3 of them collected there, brings out the caution again. Jacob Schmutz is the guy back in front here, and don't get that green flag to drop and ready to rock and roll. We'll see if Field will make the same kind of moves that he did before. And looks like he's going to run kind of a similar type of move. He does get up above Josh Rice, and then now try to work his way down underneath on the Jacob Schmutz J1 car. And there's a car out there with black flag, the Book car, who from Iowa, that has not seen black flag apparently, still out there, still racing, right in the middle of the block. Goes by there, but getting the black flag from Tag Focus. Again, Curtis Field trying to go down the bottom side here to recapture the lead, and he does here as he goes by the flag stand. When the caution caution has been brought out here for the Northern Sport Mods, Secure Motorsports IMCA division. 4 laps complete. They've cut this down from 20 to 15 before. I don't know if it's going to be cut down any more than that, but here we go, green flag racing again. So off of the initial beginning here, down that backside, Jacob Schmutz, Junction City driver in the J1, hanging on. Your 2 green cars are battling for the 3rd and 4th position. Curtis Pino, the 3K cars. Josh Rice in the 8J. The Appleton has to take over that 3rd position, and he does. Brian Fink with the 12K, and then also the 15 there. Number 6 has been erased. To keep this race rolling and flowing, Curtis Beal now takes the Josh Rice car. We started momentarily back here, but got it going again here. Look at your side-by-side racing with the 2 green cars there with Dr. Jacob Rice and or Josh Rice, along with Brian Fink. Curtis Beal challenge with the Schmutz J1 car. Here he comes down on the bottom side, looking for an avenue down there. And he's side by side. Maybe he's going to be able to make that pass complete, and he does. Curtis Beal found a way to get around the 1J. Again, side-by-side racing by Fink and Rice back there. Clint Smith, Schroeder, the car that is moved in the mix up there into the 5th spot is your 2C. That's Matt Control. 8 laps have gone down. Curtis Beal is really just moving away from the field right now. Pretty comfortable advantage for him. Look, he's going to make a marker out of the car coming up there. One of those 12 cars at the back of the field. Getting rather close to the finish here. We watched that Josh Rice had made a charge in a move up here to try to challenge the 3K at Curtis Beal. Now the caution of a car that is up over there off of turn number 3. He is up there. Final 4. Green flag racing is on. Josh Rice was definitely challenged. They dive down to the bottom side, but a nice job by Curtis Beal that time for pulling off. But here comes that 1J car another time up there, and they're going to make the challenge. But Curtis Beal from Lynchburg in the 3K car. You know, when I look at what he's accomplished on the year, he has only 1 top 5 on the year. Trying to pick up not only his 2nd top 5, but his first feature win as well. It looks like that this one is going to be the checkered flag right here. That's the way it's going to end up here. Curtis Beal is going to get that win. It's going to be Josh Rice in the 8J car, and then also the 1J, Jacob Schmutz. And that's the way your top 3 is going to end here. We end on a caution flag coming out with the car spinning out in 1 and 2. So picking up his very first feature win on the year in that 3K car is Curtis Beal out of Lynchburg. As we go into turn number 1, is going to be Shelby Stetson in the 59 car, Austin Carter in the 63, as well as Justin Murdoch in that 24M car that will make the battle on here on lap number 1. But it's going to be Austin Carter and Shelby Stetson, but how about Murdoch on the bottom side of the speedway? 3 wide almost there through 1 and 2. Austin Carter is going to be the guy that's going to emerge out of that as your leader. And here's a guy that's already won a couple of features on the year. Austin Carter trying to go for number 3 here tonight. Starting to take off here from the field on lap number 2 with 2 of them down. But Murdoch trying to work his way in solidly into the number 2 spot. But back there battling with him is going to be that 737 of Nick Tubbs out of Colby. He dived down on the bottom side, and Tubbs, you know, I'll tell you what, after winning a couple here last week here at Salina Speedway, really likes the way this track sets up. But Murdoch as well, battling with him, and Stetson trying to stay in that top 5 group, or top 4 anyway, goes down to the bottom side. Doesn't work for him down there. Also in his car, this Dustin McClure from Logan, Kansas, first time racing here. The only reason that he came here to race tonight is because of the night racing with the Down syndrome awareness. And he certainly has a son with Down syndrome, so wanted to come. His son's name is Aaron, and he wanted to come here to race tonight for this special event. And it certainly has been. And it's been a very good experience, I think, for all of the family and friends that have come here on this special evening. All right, the lap has gone down. Carter trying to hold out front here, but look at Nick Tubbs. He goes high on the speedway here. He's up there to make the challenge of Austin Carter, and is Tubbs going to make it 3 in a row here after winning 2 last weekend? We'll see. He's there to make the challenge, and also you still got in the hunt up there. Well, Carter goes down low. But you also got Justin Murdoch. Stetson has dropped back to the number 5 spot there. So watch the cars go by right now. And the 37 car is up there. That's Jason Rogers out of Selden, Kansas. Selden out there in the western part of the state is boot. Nick Tubbs, high side. Down to the front straight away, but doesn't have the power to get by there. Top 4 really has got to move away. How about the 26 of Dustin McClure? He's battling with Shelby Stetson back there. Bobby Arnold way back there in the 855, but another lap has gone to the wayside. Austin Carter, not only the fact that he leads this race, he also leads the points as well. But Nick Tubbs trying to make some statement about that. And Jason Rogers as well back there in that 37 from Selden. So those are your top 3 guys here. Austin Carter out of New Cambria. Here's the white flag lap coming down here. Boy, this one really went by very, very quickly. Austin Carter here trying to hang on for one more time. I don't know if Tubbs or Rogers can have anything to say about that, but another 2 left turns here for Austin Carter. Comes out of turn number 4. Going to take the checkered flag for the 3rd time this season. Austin Carter and Nick Tubbs going to be a runner-up. Jason Rogers in 3rd. Then Justin Murdoch, and then it's going to be Dustin McClure in that number 5 spot. The way it's going to finish up there. So let's take you back to the top in that order. Dustin McClure in 5th to the 26th car. Your 4th place spot goes to Justin Murdoch from Concordia. And then your 37 car, Jason Rogers in 3rd. Your runner-up is the 737 of Nick Tubbs. But how about it, the 63 car from New Cambria, Kansas, picking up his 3rd feature win on the season. It's Austin Carter. All right. Let's try it one more time here. See if we can get these guys to come on around and bring it home for the night. Restart, I think number 7 on this particular division. Let's see if we can keep it going. Ryan Hale, I've got him marked down for 1 lap down here. Let's hope that sticks. We've got 3 wide in turn 3 and 4. We're going to hang on to this, and down the front should they go. I think we are going to give 1 lap down. Wow, finally. Still again, a lot of jockeying for position back there from the number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 position all the way back through the field. And we're looking for another lap to go down here. Maybe Brian Nell, this might be his night here, even though that we've had so many cautions on this one. Here's lap number 2. Has gone to the weak side. The 18 car right there, that's Austin Allen out of Goddard. He has moved into the number 2 position. There goes Jeff Welch in the 59W car. He runs right up there, going to challenge Austin Allen right now. And then, of course, you've got the 8R car of Jesse Richter, who's up there. Corey LeBrun, Shannon Johnson, but also Danny Morrison Jr. working his way up there in that group. Timmy Chevrolet, the 6M car. Here in the middle of the pack, Shannon Johnson right there with him. And then you've got the Brendan Gemmel, G3. Smoking Joe Cleveland back there as well. And Brian Nell. Still leading the group around here. Maybe we get it spread out enough we'll be able to get this thing in books. Well, the A2 car, Randy Wilson down here at the bottom. He and Shannon Johnson kind of battling momentarily as Gemmel goes by both of them. Here comes Smoky Joe up there. The challenge. Tad Davis to the 75 as well. But Ryan Nell with just an outstanding run here thus far in this race. To date, he has only 2 top 10s tonight, and the caution again for the 24 car, the top of turn 2. Check out tonight's show here at Salina Speedway. Mike's making his trek across the state, headed out to other racetracks over the weekend, and on out to Colorado. Here we go for the restart. We got 4 down, and we're looking for 16 more to get completed here in tonight's program. Well, Brian Nell again off of the restart here. Trying to stave off the effort by Austin Allen here, driving around a Goddard, but Jeff Welch in the 59W as well as Danny Morrison Jr. battling here as they come out of turn number 4 down the main chute. 5 laps have gone. Brian Nell with a very good run here tonight. See if he can hang on to this thing, but a good battle going all the way back through the field, which you're seeing it up here at the front too as well. Austin Allen, Danny Morrison Jr., Timmy Chevrolet in that 6M car, and also the Jesse Richter 8J, followed up there Brendan Gemmel in that G3 car, working his way up there. Randy Wilson in the A2 and Smoky Joe Cleveland in the number 2 car. Lap number 7, taking a dozen to go. But a really nice line is being run here tonight by Brian Nell, and he really is hitting his marks each and every trip around, and he finds that low line being very helpful for him as he comes out of turn 4 down the main chute. And we'll do the same thing here again as he dives down to the bottom side. Has the traction got plenty of power as he propels himself out of turn number 2. Danny Morrison Jr. and the Austin Allen 18 car battling here. And Danny Morrison Jr., again, your track champion from a year ago here at Salina Speedway in this division. He'll try to work his way up there to make a challenge of Brian Nell. There goes Brendan Gemmel by, looking at Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. He races down in that center state in a lot of tracks down there, plus up at Wichita quite a bit. Well, as you can see, we're halfway through right now. We are halfway complete here, so 10 laps have gone down. early frustration here. Looks like, well, there's a little bobble by Brian Nell, but giving Danny Morrison Jr. an opportunity as he will still stay down there on the bottom side. Brian Nell will, but Danny Morrison in the 14 goes high. Well, the Austin Allen 18 car, doggone near bobble down here on turn number 2. And Danny Morrison Jr. gets alongside of the Brian Nell B6 here. How's it going to be? Coming out in turn number 4, down this front chute here with 12 laps down and 8 to go. Danny Morrison seems to have found a nice line up there at the top of the cushion, and he finds a little more traction up there. Let's see what he's got on the turn number 2, and just blows right past the B6 of Brian Nell down the backside. So your new leader here now is the 14A of Danny Morrison Jr. And Danny on the year is looking for his first feature win as well. We've got 13 down. Baker does it down, 7 to go. Danny Morrison Jr., Brian Nell the B6, and then you've got the Austin Allen, well, no, driving Brendan Gemmel in the G3 car is darted into that number 3 position now. Austin Allen in the 4th place spot. Then you got the Tad Davis 75. 14 are down, 6 laps are remaining here for grand finale on this DMS-IMCA modified show tonight. Coming around here, looks like we're going to be down here to 5 laps remaining now as we watch Danny Morrison go by. Boy, Brian Nell still trying to stay in the hunt for anything there. If Danny Morrison would happen to bobble at any time. The 70 car back here, the 70 team Terry Baum is about to become a marker here by the Danny Morrison Jr. 14M as we watch the Brian Nell car work his way through the bottom of 3 and 4. They go down the front chute here. We're down to the wanting stages. Brendan Gemmel, Austin Allen, and Tad Davis round out your top 5. But it is the local drivers here out of Bennington. Danny Morrison Jr. the 14M. He is taking charge of this race. Brian Nell of Fallen is in that runner-up spot, and looks like it's going to be 17 down, so we've got 3 to go. But Brendan Gemmel out of Ponca City, Oklahoma, in the G3 car. Been one of those guys that traveled around many racetracks around the state of Kansas and worked out in Oklahoma, down in Texas to boot. And on the next time around, it's going to be white flag time here at Salina Speedway for this grand finale of the IMCA DMS Modifieds. Danny Morrison Jr. He's got 3 lead wins on the year. He's only got 2 top 5s, 4 top 10s, but now looking for his first feature win on the year. The track champion from a year ago with 1 lap to go. Brian Nell still is right there. Brendan Gemmel is your 3rd. Then it's going to be Austin Allen followed up by Tad Davis. There's your top 5. And also Smoking Joe Cleveland has worked his way up there into the top 6. But it is going to be Danny Morrison Jr. as well as Brian Nell in the V6. Then the G3. As Danny Morrison Jr. will get that win, Brian Nell in the runner-up spot. Brendan Gemmel is your 3rd place finisher. It's going to be the 18 of Austin Allen, and then the car that finished up there, the 75 of Tad Davis. That is your unofficial top 5. We'll take you back to the top from that point. But here again, your 5th place spot goes to the 75 of Tad Davis. In the 4th place position, the 18 of Austin Allen out of Goddard. The G3 car, Brendan Gemmel out of Ponca City, Oklahoma, is in 3rd. Your runner-up, the V6 of Brian Nell, but picking up his first feature win here since winning the track championship a year ago in the 14M out of Bennington. How about it? Put your hands together for the young man that does a great job. It is Danny Morrison Jr.